Turning our attention now to President Trump's Asia visit, CBS News senior White House correspondent Weijia Jiang is following it all for us and joins us from South Korea. Weijia, good morning to you. So President Trump says a deal's been struck with South Korea this morning. Tell us about it.
Errol, both sides say that the deal is very close. The president said it was pretty much finalized, but as of this hour, nothing has been signed yet. So we are waiting for official word from the White House that the deal has been sealed. But obviously, there was a lot to talk about for these two nations in particular. South Korea wants to lower the U.S. tariff rate, particularly on South Korean automobiles. But the president, as he has asked for in every trade deal, wants a commitment in investments from this country. And so we don't know exactly where that will land. But he did say that they were pretty much there, Errol, which is a big development because initially administration officials were expressing some skepticism that this one would be one of the agreements that he could take home.
And Weijia, what about the prospects of a deal with China? Of course, anything between these two nations, the world's largest economies, would be significant. Yeah. What's the expectation?
Well, both sides there have also been expressing optimism, Errol, after breakthrough conversations over the weekend. We heard from members of the president's trade team that said they were essentially there, that they had a framework. And the president has been very optimistic, too, every time he's talked about his highly anticipated meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, which is set to take place sometime tomorrow morning. Now, there is a lot at stake for that agreement, Errol. China wants fentanyl-related U.S. tariffs to come down, in addition to avoiding an additional 100% tariff on all Chinese imports. And the U.S. wants Beijing to continue buying soybeans from American farmers, as well as access to its critical rare earth minerals. And so after those two leaders speak, we'll see if they're able to sign a deal before the president gets back on the plane. But even he has acknowledged that even though he has spent an entire week here in Asia, that really is the grand finale and the main event. So obviously we'll be keeping close tabs on that discussion tomorrow.
Yeah, and Weijia, en route to South Korea, President Trump appeared to concede to reporters that he cannot run for a third term. Previously, he kind of refused to rule this out. What more can you tell us about his remarks?
Right. Yeah, Errol, this is something that President Trump has flirted with even before he won a second term to the White House. And the reason we're talking about it now, the reason why reporters are asking about it again, is not because the president brought it up, but because one of his former key advisors and strategists, Steve Bannon, who is very pro-Trump winning a third term, Steve Bannon recently gave an interview to The Economist, during which he claimed there was a plan in place for the president to run and to win a third term at the White House, and saying that people should just become used to that because it's happening. But as you mentioned, Errol, the president said something very different when he was asked about it. Take a listen.
It's a very interesting thing. I have the best numbers for any president in many years, any president. And I would say that if you read it, it's pretty clear. I'm not allowed to run. It's too bad. I mean, it's too bad. But we have a lot of great people.
Weijia, with all the latest for us from South Korea. Weijia, thank you.